Okay.
Okay.
So, episode 1, Kath and Charlotte in the Sea. Let's go.
Yeah.
Alright, so, our little marine fact for today is that lobsters pee out of their faces and they pee to communicate.
Catherine, it's like first thing in the morning.
Yep.
You're
Good morning.
being
10 a.m. Lobsters pee out of their faces.
What?
Is that not the funniest thing? Like, what? Like,
Wait, there's a lot to unpack here. Hold on, I'm gonna need a minute. We're gonna have to start with the first part.
Okay.
The first section. Okay, they pee out of their faces. I guess I would say, isn't that like a little, like that's the face you present to the world?
I think it's like out of their eye sockets too. Like
What?
it's not even it's not even out of their mouth. It's like the corners of their eye sockets. They like pee out of them.
You went gold today, I guess it's all. I like, if it's their, how do they communicate that way? What?
They like, I think it's like they pee on each other, and they like, there's like signals, or they, I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure.
Well, now I guess you know when you're diving around and you see a lobster.
If you get peed on by a lobster.
Yeah, you're like, what's that coming out of its eye? No.
No.
It won't be.
It's pee. Run.
Oh my god. How do people not know about this? This is like really...
Is that wild?
But, okay, my final question on this fact is... They pee out of their face. Don't they also almost eat their own pee? Because that's right where their mouth is. Like, the contamination of germs. Like...
Well... like... Probably, but... I don't know, they're lobsters. Do they care?
I don't know. I wish we could ask one.
Just pick up a... Dude. Why do you pee?
Well, let me tell you. Oh, wait, no, but it's their way of communication, so they'd just be peeing the entire time and they were talking to you.
Yeah, essentially the pee would be talking to you. So, I guess you just pee on them back. And hope it, like...
God. The ocean is really a lot more gross. I mean, like, I know, but, like...
But also
how clean is the salt water?
Debatable. But also, like, there's so much salt in that water that, like, it's bound to... It'll get cleaned up eventually.
Like,
It's fine.
Like, you know, currents and tides.
Yeah.
And that was an absolutely amazing start to this. That was
Thank you. I'm so proud of that. Don't worry, I have so many more.
I'm so worried now. Amazing. I love birds. Great.
I have to check that one off.
Yeah.
Check.
Really, bothered Charlotte this morning.
Yes.
Disturbed everyone listening. Check. Good job.
Yeah, it's really weird, but fun times.
Okay. Should we just like swiftly move on from this wonderful?
Of course. Shall we intro?
Yeah,
let's
do a little intro.
Okay, to us and everything.
Sure. Do you want to go first?
Perfect. Okay, so I'm Catherine. I'm 16, and I met Charlotte on a boat sailing to Maine.
Yep, and it was really amazing.
It was really amazing.
It was a research vessel. We learned a lot. We had so much hands-on work.
It was so fun. We
so
worked in
fun.
like, yeah, we did. We steered the boat. It was great.
It was a lot of hands-on experience, and it's basically what we're going to be talking to you guys about for this first episode and maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, why don't you go next? Do a little quick name and...
So I am Charlotte. I'm also 16. And when I met Catherine, I just thought she was so funny. I was like, we have to get this on a podcast.
Yeah. Yeah, so
We
actually,
talk about,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so how we came up with this is like, so when you're on the boat, you have watches. So you're on watch for 6 hours, which meaning you're like steering the boat, you're taking care of the boat, you're working in the lab, everything like that. And then you're off watch for 12 hours. So Charlotte and I were on the same watch, Sea Watch,
Yeah.
of course. And we met and we started talking and we had like the best time and we were like, we are actually hilarious and we should start a podcast. That was essentially how that conversation went.
Pretty much. And then, well, we don't really live in the same country.
Like not even close.
Not even close. Different time zones, but we kind of just thought, you know what? Like, it's gonna be totally fine. So here we are on Zoom.
Yeah. Go for it.
And we're going with it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just remember we kept on, it must have been like at 5 in the morning or something.
Oh my god, yeah, it was. It was like a dawn watch, which is like
Was it dawn?
1 in the morning to 7 in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was like 5 in the morning. We were watching the sunrise. We were like, I was like, Charlotte, we should start a podcast. Yes, it was this, literally.
Yeah. for like 10 days, we had just been bothering everyone else on our watch. Like,
Yeah.
supervisors, everyone, talking way too much. It's actually amazing.
Oh my god, yeah.
And we just thought, you know, other people most definitely want to do this. But most importantly, we thought we could give maybe like an aspect on life on the boat, or we're both very interested in kind of, I would just say, jobs in the environmental spectrum in general.
Yeah.
So we kind of thought, you know, like we're gonna have little fun facts a day brought to you by Catherine. And we just thought it would be a perfect way as just 16-year-olds
Yeah.
kind of talk about it.
Yeah. And maybe even like talk about like some heavier topics, but try and bring a positive spin. So like climate change and stuff like this. That's a really important topic that a lot of people talk about, but a lot of people talk about it and it's super depressing. So like it is a super depressing topic, but you know, we want to try and make it a little bit more lighthearted, like what you can do to change stuff, but like not super depressing.
So, well, yeah, you know, like the idea that like it is a problem, but you know, we could laugh a little bit about it, and then it'll make it like a little bit more bearable and a little bit more easy
Yeah.
to deal with. 'Cause, yeah, I think so many people have not just there's so many platforms talking about climate change and the environment, and they just terrify you. So we thought we'll take just like an average 16-year-old girl's perspective. And maybe that will be interesting. We will see.
Oh yeah.
Well, oh yeah.
We'll see.
I mean, I think we're pretty interesting.
Yeah, you know, personally, I think.
Oh, and we have conducted research of one person. We did a one-person survey, and they did say they would listen to us. So
That is so true. We asked one person, and they were like, "Yes, I would listen to you." So,
thank God. Yeah.
basically, listen to that person and come listen.
Our one subscriber and listener, guys.
Yeah. No, it was the boat was amazing. We there was so much hands-on research and like experience and everything. Like I loved it so much. Yeah, one of my favorite times on the boat was definitely when we were like I was in lab with one of my other friends who was on our watch, and we did like 6 deployments that morning. And if you don't know what a deployment is, basically it's you take a giant piece of scientific equipment that studies something about the ocean, and you put it off the side of the boat into the ocean, and it measures a whole bunch of stuff, and you get to look at all the measurements after. And genuinely, it was so fun. But so yeah, that was just like one of my favorite experiences.
Oh gosh, I guess one of my favorite experiences was probably there was this one shift when I was on deck, and I just did everything in that one shift. Like we had the full stack up. We put about 4 sails up, which we hadn't done before.
Oh yes.
I was on lookout. I was steering. I was back on lookout, and I was just doing everything. And it was like the watch had never gone by faster. And it was just so something so fulfilling about it.
That was the same watch that I did 6 deployments. That was the best watch.
It was my best watch. I don't know. I think it was like a morning or afternoon watch.
I think it was a morning.
Constantly working. Yeah. And like we had a, you know, we just, I don't know. And then after there was a good meal, and then I just went to bed, and it was like really good.
Yes,
really
that was a great watch. Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah. I also love how like when you're on the boat, just your sleep schedule is just like so out of
yeah.
whack. Because you're on watch for 6 hours and then you're exhausted, so you fall asleep no matter what time it is. Like, it could be like 3 in the afternoon, you are out. You're
Yeah.
gone. So that,
You-
yeah.
I remember one time it was about we probably got off it was probably 9 or 10 a.m. and I fell asleep like immediately afterwards. And then I heard people saying like, "Oh wait, it's breakfast. Should we wake her up? Should we wake her up?" And I was like, "No, no, please don't." And
No.
oh, I'm gonna go to sleep. At
Yeah.
that point, you have to, think: do I really need to eat more? Do I really need to sleep more?
Yeah, do I really need to eat this meal?
Or hot chocolate after I've had my like 4-hour nap?
Real.
Um,
There's granola bars in the cabinet, I'll be fine.
it'll be something left over. It's fine. But
Yeah, I definitely, honestly, for how much I enjoyed my time on the boat, I definitely slept through like 60 or 70% of it.
oh, 100%.
Like, out.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, because I mean, but you're off for 12 hours, but we had class every day.
Yeah, during
So-
afternoon watch.
So that would cut up the schedule. If you got off at like dawn watch.
Oh, that was so annoying when you would dawn watch,
Yeah.
and then you had class at like 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Or it was like, it was like 1500 or something.
Something like that, yeah.
14:30.
You've been off at like 7 a.m.
And then you had to go back on for night watch later, so you couldn't
Yeah.
even get like a straight sleep. It was so bad.
Oh, no, it was literally just like, I'll get 2 hours here, I'll get 3 hours there, I'll get 2 hours here.
It was so sad. It was so sad. I don't think I actually ate lunch that day because I got off dawn watch and I was like, I'm out. And I slept through lunch, woke up for class, and then took a nap after class and woke up for night watch.
Right. I just don't think I ate like any of the breakfast. It was 7 a.m.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Sleep. If I can sleep, I'll sleep.
Oh, yeah. Most of the food was really good, but I feel like there was some meals, and it was like specifically breakfast, that were never.
Yeah.
Like, they were good, but they weren't like. Ugh.
We're waking up for.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Just sleep through them. It's all good.
or some people would just. We had 2 times. It was amazing where we got to swim off the edge of the boat. It was
Oh, yes,
so
swim
cool.
call.
But we had 2 people just sleeping through them because they were like, yeah, well, I'm just gonna go to bed.
Yeah.
But swim calls. Yeah, guys, I'm talking swim call a little bit.
Swim call was so fun. We actually really funny. So our boat started in Massachusetts off Cape Cod Bay, and it was definitely not Cape Cod Bay.
I honestly have no idea, so we're gonna go with that.
It was out of Falmouth,
Cool.
and so in Cape Cod, Massachusetts,
There.
right there. So we sailed up there, and we sailed all the way up to Island of Shoals up in Maine, and then all the way back down to Boston. So actually, one of our swim calls was when we were up in Maine, and I think we were in the Stellwagen National Marine Sanctuary, and we had a swim call, and it was great, but because we were right by the Gulf of Maine, the water was actually really warm. Like, it was so nice. And then we sailed back down to Gloucester, and we had another swim call, and the water was absolutely freezing.
Oh my gosh, it was so bad. This was after our boat cleanup day, so everyone was.
Yes.
It had been so hot, so sunny the whole day. I remember you and I just on the mattresses for like a good hour.
Yes, we were. We
All
We
the
cleaned
mattresses.
all the mattresses, like,
Yeah.
scrubbed them 5
Yeah.
times over.
And there was huge heavy like so it was everyone was sweating, everyone was doing work, everyone was gross because we were cleaning the entire ship. It was gross.
Mhm.
And I was like, okay, if we could have a swim call in that moment, it would be amazing. But no, we had a swim call like 2 hours later at like 6 p.m. and it was freezing.
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough.
Yeah, you made me do that. Oh my gosh, you just
Yeah, I made it cold. So I was the first one to jump in because I was like, I know the water is gonna be cold, but like it's fine. Like I got it before, right?
Mhm.
So I jumped in and I was just like immediate like cold shock. I came up, I was like, oh my god. But yeah, and then I made her do it with me twice. So
Oh my god. And I did it twice. Oh, I think honestly, I think the freshwater rinse off is even worse though. That was
oh
even
my god,
colder.
yeah. So after you jump in the salt water, you can do like a freshwater rinse. So they take the freshwater hose and they turn it on and they put it like over one of the bars on the ship so it just like sprays everywhere and you can rinse yourself off. But it's always so cold. It's freezing. It's the worst.
It is the worst, and that's like how many deck showers did we do? We did like 2.
I think we did 2 or 3.
I was sleeping through one.
Saltwater showers, even though we had the freshwater rinse, saltwater showers were so fun. Like, genuinely, they were the best. So, a saltwater shower, you take the saltwater hose and you string it up over the side like you did with the freshwater hose, and basically you take a shower on deck in your swimsuit under the saltwater hose,
Yeah.
and then you rinse yourself off in the freshwater. Because we were only allowed to shower like once every 3 days, which sounds gross, but really wasn't that bad, to like save fresh water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because we did our like saltwater showers in between, and we had swim call and everything, so like you weren't.
I wasn't complaining, but I will be honest. No offense to the ship or the head, but the showers, honestly, on boat were probably worse than the showers.
Oh my god, yeah, oh my god, they were so bad.
I think I took like 2 proper showers within those 2 weeks. Honestly, that was worse than just like jumping in the Atlantic Ocean. Oh, did you use natural soap or dish soap? Because I used dish soap like 4 times.
Did you actually? I had like my face wash, so I used that for like my face, but then I used dish soap for the rest of my body because I was like, I'm not about to put dish soap on my face.
I didn't like wash my face that entire time around the boat, and then she just come up on the deck like, oh wait, skincare routine, guys.
Hold on, dish soap.
Let's exfoliate.
Exfoliate. Yeah.
Oh my god, it was so gross. Or this is one wonderful memory I have. So, okay, you know how we used to wake up like so early and at crazy times? Normally, I would either just sleep in my clothes or like change before I went to bed.
Oh, me too. I would change before I went to bed and just sleep.
Exactly. Yeah. So then one time it was that, but then I was on like galley watch or whatever, so I had to like clean dishes for like a fun hour. So this was on the night of the
Yes.
So I was in like my pajamas, my clothes for the next day, and I was working, and I had to like make sure this cup of like oil didn't spill, but like of course it spilled all over me. And then I got like full blast by this saltwater wave.
Just for reference, we're talking like huge storm, like 18-foot waves are happening outside. 18-foot.
50 knots. Yeah.
Yeah, so
our boat was pretty massive, and this one wave just came up. Like everything was crazy. You had to like hold on to like legs of furniture and like poles to stay standing.
The ship was like sideways half the time. We were like, this is so great. Everyone was seasick. But honestly, it was so great because after we finished doing the galley, I was in lab that day, so I think I was down there helping you with galley. But after, yeah, so after we were done in galley, all of us went, like half of us that were sick and all of us who were on watch went up to the lab, and all of us just like standing there, like sitting around. And we were like rocking side to side. People were getting sick. Like there's these 18-foot waves outside, and this one wave just came up and like hit the top of the lab, like came over the ship, hit the top of the lab, went straight through the ceiling and drenched Charlotte. Like it was the funniest thing.
It was just me too.
It was just her, because she was sitting like right under one of the portholes, so they're just like.
I remember that. Oh my god. Yeah, my legs were still like dripping with grease. Like all of my shorts still had all the like grease and soap from the galley, and then all of a sudden just like boom, like I just felt all my. It was like something just dropped like a bowling ball, just, like salt water everywhere.
It was really funny.
Everyone was dry, and I was like, wait.
So it's like, hold on, guys.
Oh my god! They're like, oh yeah, we didn't want to close that latch because like circulation. I was like, okay, yeah, cool.
So it's like, perfect. Covered in salt water.
5 days. Yeah, it was so fun. Oh,
yeah.
That
was interesting.
Really, that was one of my favorite dirtiest moments.
Yeah, your favorite saltwater shower? You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else did we do that night? We did a lot. We were just like in lab. Wilkes read us The Grinch.
Yeah, well, the seasickness was no joke. I mean, I wasn't seasick, thankfully.
I was. Oh my god, it was bad. Gigi was like over a bucket too. I was like, oh.
We had like 3 buckets. Oh my gosh! And then the next morning, our like first mate, deckhand, whatever, was like, can you get Charlotte gather, just like empty that bucket and like rinse it with chlorine and that shore. Then after she was like, okay, that had like.
She was like, that had bleach in it from because so many people puked in it last night. And I was like, absolutely not.
Or she even like brought it out. She was like, oh yeah, well in the storm I had to like clean puke from like 15 people. And we were like, oh, yes. Like, yeah, what bucket? She was like, the one you cleaned.
The one you cleaned, yeah. She was like, do you know how many buckets of puke I had to bleach last night? And I was like, oh, perfect.
Oh, that's so fun. Yeah. But yeah, no, it was a great bonding moment. I have to say, that storm, we just brought everyone together.
It did.
We were singing. We had not good songs. It wasn't good to get people's mind off of the.
We got to like 58 bottles of beer on the wall at one point. We were like, we We got so bored we were like singing to try and get our mind off the fact that all of us were seasick.
Yeah.
It was bad.
I did some coloring because I wasn't. That was fun.
Oh yes, I wrote haikus. I
Oh,
wrote
yeah, we had haikus.
yeah, I wrote a series of like 3 haikus.
Oh, I do remember that. I do remember that.
Yeah. They were good. They were solid haikus. One of the verses, I'm pretty sure Charlotte came up with it. It was raining, 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 rains.
Oh my
So
Well, it just encapsulated the moment, you know? I didn't hear anybody. It was just like pouring rain out. That was all you heard. So, you know, the hike.
yeah. Yeah. That was a fun one. That was a good one.
That was a good one. Huh. I just remember, like, I was going through all the photos because we had, like, cameras on board and everything. And just, there were just so many photos of everyone cleaning the galley and, like, the buckets and the dumping and everything was so gross. How did we just, like, do that? But just, everyone was smiling and it was so
I
great.
know. They were like showing like slops buckets and like throwing them over. I was like, that is gross. Why did we never have to do that?
I
I never had to do that.
didn't do that either.
Okay.
So happy I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was gross. Yeah. Oh my gosh, and the one annoying thing about the galley was just the cleanup like never ended. Like we had dishes for like 37 people.
Yes, we were there for literally like 3 hours of our watch. It was so bad.
That was so fun. So amazing. What else? I will say the dorm, your little bunk. Right, when they were first talking about that, when we had like the information sessions and before we got on the boat, I think like a room. No. It was a shelf.
No. There was a hole in the wall of the ship.
It was like a mattress and a pillow.
Yeah. It was bad.
And they were super cozy, and that's where you and all of your stuff was.
Oh yeah. So Wilkes and I, because we were like on the side of the ship, we didn't even have like shelves. We had holes in the side of our bunks, like square holes, and there was like a tiny shelf in there. It was like maybe like this big, and there was just like a pit. Like you could just stuff stuff down there. But there was like I didn't know what to stuff down there because I didn't want to like lose it. Like the bottom was super far down, so I didn't want to like.
Wait, yeah, because the boat was.
I was like towards the foremast, like the fore side of the boat, so. I don't know. It was like getting skinnier, and I just had like a hole. Kind of scared to put stuff down there.
Just like peering in, like okay, that's a shaft.
Yeah, I was like so.
So my head's right next to just like the Mariana Trench in the boat, but okay.
Yeah, essentially. No, it was like I actually really liked my bunk. It was really nice because I think they gave me one of the longer ones too, like one of the twin like XL ones because I'm 5'10". So I think they were like,
Nice. Oh, I can't say the same. I was in the like just the main salon.
So like where everybody ate dinner and stuff.
Everyone was constantly making noise and talking all the time, 24/7. Every single watch that was there, anyone who was talking, like I heard all of that. I think the voice was just like in my nightmares and my dreams were just there. It was just so good. It was fun.
Yeah.
I did have shells though, but I remember, yeah, there was. Well, we were both on top bunks, weren't we?
What'd you say?
We were both on top bunks, weren't we?
Yes, top bunks.
So I didn't know that the pole above your head was meant to like help you push yourself up into the bunk. So every single night, or like in the morning or in the afternoon, I would just like heave myself like through the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
That's classy.
I have a lot of bruises everywhere from that.
Yeah, so I had like a ledge outside of mine, which was good. It was thin. It was thin, but like I was so glad it was there because one night it was like either the night of the storm or like the night after. I fell onto the ledge. I fell out of my bunk onto the ledge. Which I just like don't.
Was there like the little window to get through the mud? Because mine was like tiny.
Mine okay, so like the ledge itself was bigger than yours. I had like a white like ledge. It was maybe alright, let me think. Like that big? Maybe?
Oh, I didn't have a ledge at all.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why I had a ledge, but it was very nice. I was glad it was there. So but yeah, I would like put sometimes I would put like my shoes there if they were wet to like dry or whatever. But yeah, so there was also like bags underneath my mattress that were like pretty thick. I don't know what they were for, but they were pretty
the
thick.
black ones.
Yes.
Well, I had those, yeah.
Yeah, and so my mattress rested on top of them, so there was like very small ledge to stop me from rolling out of it. And because I like kick and turn so much in my sleep, I somehow ended up like halfway on the ledge and like fell feet first onto the floor in the middle of the night. I was like, what?
Wake you up, though?
What?
Did you sleep through it or did you wake up?
No, I woke up because I like it hit it like hard, like my rib cage hurt the next day. But I like landed on my feet, so it really wasn't that bad. But I still don't know how I managed to roll outside of my bunk. And I told like the guy sleeping under me in the morning too. I was like, hey, like, did you hear me fall out of my bunk last night? And he was like, oh yeah, like I just assumed you were getting up. And I was like, no. I was like, no, I fully fell out.
Oh yeah, because I forgot. It was just a huge running joke on the boat about how much you had to get like people to wake you up.
Oh my god.
Everything.
Guys, I was sleeping on this boat. It was so good.
So good, apparently. No, but honestly, I haven't slept better since.
No, I loved it so much. It was like the rocking. I was like, oh my god, I could stay here forever.
Wow.
But yeah, that first day, they had to get like, nobody could wake me up. They had like 3 people trying to wake me up, and no one could do it. So they had to go get like one of the people on our watch, like one of the crew on our watch, to come and wake me up. It was so bad.
I remember being woken up and they were like, have you guys woken up Carson yet? And I was like, oh my gosh, this again.
It was so bad. I slept like a rock.
Nice though. Nice. But yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed it, but everyone waking me up did not.
Like, you know.
It's fine.
Fine. It is totally fine. I just, yeah.
So, yeah, that was fun.
I was just the workouts of the boat between like just hauling all the sheets and all the sails and just the laughter, because I have to say that were actually hilarious.
Came out of there with abs, I'm gonna be so honest. Like, I laughed so much and so hard during that.
It was a good time.
Yeah. It was not a good time when it was dawn watch and the ship was completely silent and we were like cackling, but you know, it's okay.
Not like us. But it all balanced out, because you know how many conversations and how many games of Uno I had to listen to as I was falling asleep? Like,
that's so true.
Like, everyone was so loud down there, right outside my bunk. So, you know.
They'll live.
It's fine. Oh my god. And what was your favorite spot on the boat? Like,
my favorite spot? Oh, that's so hard. That's so hard. Oh, I don't know. I mean, I love just like sitting on the like benches outside and just like watching the sunset, the sunrise, the stars. Like, I don't know, I really just loved sitting on the side of the boat and just like watching the ocean. So I love that. But then again, like, I also loved like steering the boat, and I loved the lav, and I love the head rig. Oh my god, the head rig. I have so many good memories on the head rig.
You have to talk about the head rig, yeah.
Yes.
It was basically just, for those who don't know, it's just like this like net at the bow of the boat, and it was kind of huge. And you had to hook in, you know.
Yeah, so all of us wore harnesses all the time, and so you had to like hook into a line that was going up the head rig.
And you just climb out of the boat basically and just like walk on this netting. Or I'd say maybe it was like 8 feet most-ish.
Yeah, maybe it might be bigger than that, like 10 feet, maybe.
Probably, honestly.
Because I could like lay down comfortably and have like a lot of space.
Yeah, maybe it just looked smaller. Okay, fine. It was quite large.
Yeah, because all of us fit on it. Like all the people on the boat fit on the head rig when we took the picture.
And the boat didn't even like move with our weight.
No.
That's so huge. But
yeah.
The head rig was amazing.
I loved it. We must have spent at least 5 hours out there, literally just talking. Like, off watch, we would just go up there and sit, and sometimes we'd have other people with us, and we'd just, like, watch the ocean and just, like, talk. And it was great.
It was amazing. I mean, we weren't in anyone's way.
No.
Pretty good. We were probably amusing whoever was on lookout. 100%.
Oh, yeah. People were on lookout, and we'd just be, like, cackling. They'd be like, what are you doing?
That's probably a fact. We're just go off the fact. Those are where, guys, those are where the podcast started, really.
Yeah. We have, like, videos from a digital camera.
could do a whole, vintage podcast day and just go through
Vintage podcast day.
the guys like Catherine and I, we're looking at all this stuff we came up with. It's so funny.
Look at how little we are.
Oh, I was going through all the footage on my camera with my mom, and she was looking through all the videos. She's like, "Sure, this is like, isn't that like, why do you have like minutes of this stuff? Like, it's huge, files just of like you talking, like why?"
Why? It's like, Mom, I had a dream.
Not a past. It's a new profession.
We're working really hard.
Wow.
Yeah, good times.
That's good times.
We did one where we were like on Dawn Watch, but it was like anchor watch. So when you're on anchor watch, the boat is anchored. You just have to check the anchor like every half hour, do your boat checks every hour. Fine. So we had anchor watch together because I'm pretty sure she knew that we wanted to like film this, so she was like, all right, I'll put them together. But she stuck with so I loved her, but poor her was not like, she did not love this.
2 a.m. for her, and we were just like, okay.
Yeah, we were like, welcome to our Dawn Watch podcast. Like, guys, let's not. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. And there's this one video when I'm trying to show the anchor, and there's just like pitch black. It's just
Yeah.
it's like, oh, like the anchor.
Can't see anything.
This whole thing. And I was with a really bad camera, but it's fine. It was fine. But we should we go over briefly just like the like anchor watch versus when you're on watch and when you're
Oh yeah, sure.
Boat watch, anchor watch, weather chart.
So yeah, so anchor watch was when the boat was anchored. You would every half hour you would just take a round around the boat, just check the anchor, see which direction it's going, check all the weather and everything. Just because you need to.
Yeah.
What?
Check the bearings.
Yep. Yeah, make sure you haven't completely gone everywhere. Make sure you aren't dragging your anchor, everything like that. Just because it needs to be logged for purposes.
Like on this sheet of paper,
Yeah. So we log everything. Anything and everything gets logged always.
Even like the bugs and birds we see, everything is logged.
Yeah, so when you're doing that, when you're on anchor watch, usually you can take that 6-hour watch and you can split it into like 3 2-hour sections and then split up your people. So you really only have to be on watch for 2 hours rather than like the 6, because you don't really have to do much. All you have to do is do like anchor watch every half hour and then boat watch every hour. So boat watch was basically, there was like a list of things that you had to check and log and just go throughout the boat, make sure everything is running smoothly.
Most people make sure it's not on fire. Like,
Yeah.
Wooden. So just check everything, make sure everything smells fine.
Yep.
Like doing anything crazy.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of the difference there. Because regular watch, you'd be on watch for 6 hours. You'd be like on lookout. You'd be steering. You'd be in lab. You'd be doing deployments, everything like that. But when you're anchored, don't really got anything to do.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's about it for our first podcast episode.
yeah.
Then significantly bored anybody to death. We'll see. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Hey,
You're good. So, yeah, that's podcast number 1. Wrapped. Okay.
beautiful.
Beautiful. See you next time.
See you next time, guys. If you come back.
Okay, if you come back, oh my god, don't end with that.
Sorry. No, you will. Yeah.
Okay, alright. Bye.
Bye.